just did my first project, which is desks for my daughters. Why? Well, I realized they need to use computers for some of their school work, and the little tiny desk that they'd been using to color on was not gonna suffice. So I looked at my own station here in the kitchen, and I said, well, what is this? It's basically one piece of wood and 3 drawers and 3 drawers. So I went ahead and designed something like that from scratch. So in order to build the boxes, I bought pre-sanded 2 foot by 4 foot plywood. I went with 1/2 inch instead of 3/4 inch because I was trying to make it as light as possible. Looking back, I probably should have gone with 3/4 inch because it would have been sturdier, but that's what I did. I used Kreg pocket screws, pocket holes for all the joinery. Initially, I did 1 box and learned from my mistakes, and then I made all the other 3 kind of in an assembly line. I used primarily a circular saw with a Kreg track to cut the pieces, and then eventually purchased a miter saw, chop saw to handle the smaller pieces. Another thing I purchased to make things and life easier was a Kreg right angle corner clamp, and that cut down the time a lot. For the top, I purchased a 2x4 piece of solid wood, and well, I had the girls choose which ones they wanted, and I had them sand them. They did a pretty decent job of sanding them to a smooth finish.
Can't have that in the rain. Is it getting wet?
No, just Daddy, can you feel it?
Little drizzle. Okay, finish up, baby. You just have this much to go, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you don't need your gloves. There, yeah, I got it. Go ahead and put your ear protection on. You want your glasses now? You should wear them, baby.
Why?
Because the sand can go in your eyes. Uh-oh, it's all twisted up, buddy. You don't want that. Make sure you don't sand the, I think you've been sanding the cable. Look at this. Can't do that, baby. This is unsafe. Yeah, we can't use this anymore. You just sanded the cable. All right, we're done.
I also had them choose the stain they wanted, and we had to go with a water-based because we were going to use an epoxy for the finish on that. I started by making the boxes, and then I added wheels to the bottom.
Next, just make sure it's nice and lined up, buddy, when the first screw goes. Yeah, is this still lined up? Yeah, you can get away with this. This should be good. Do you like that that hex bit?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun, isn't it?
Yes.
Nice. I think
I'm running out of screws.
the Phillips screws they jump out, right?
I'm running out of screws.
Yeah, I think these are good screws. We should probably just get these again.
So tomorrow?
Yeah. You make it look so easy. Yeah, well, the way you're doing it, it is because you're doing it properly.
And I kept the face as one piece of wood, and then at the end cut them into 3 pieces, ensuring that they were going to attach to the drawers properly. I made lots of mistakes with the drawers. For example, you'll see that this is on top. The drawer slides are on top here. They were supposed to be on the bottom for all of them, but because I messed up pretty badly here, we just went with it. Learn from your mistakes. Character, right? For the finish, I had a robust discussion with people online, and they were very helpful. So I tried all the different things that they recommended. This is the sides here have been finished with shellac. We used about 5 layers, which we did in one day. The wife and the kids helped with that. We painted it on. It was a lot of fun, and then I sanded it. The front is spray lacquer from a can, which got pretty expensive, so that's why I decided not to do that. And then here, this is a bar top epoxy. So you paint on a seal coat, and then you pour on the bar top epoxy, and then you have to let it dry. I did purchase a router and routed the front, and that was a lot of fun, and I think it takes it to the next step. As you can see, they both picked different shades of the same stain. The whole thing's functional, so I'm pretty happy with it in that sense. The only problem is that by adding the wheels, the casters, now it's about 1 inch or 2 higher, so we have to get chairs for them that'll accommodate that. But yeah, I think it looks pretty damn good. It was a lot of fun. My measurements were a little bit off here. As you can see, this wasn't exactly 2x4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of nice looking wood here, and then I'm going to use this space here for them to put their wires for their computer. So that's my computer desk project for the kids. Hopefully they'll like it for a while. Hopefully they won't karate chop through it too soon. Oh, and then last thing, attaching the top. My friend Nigel suggested going from underneath with screws, and one of my patients, carpenter, and he recommended just using some of those Kreg screws, coarse thread. So that's what I did. Thanks for watching.